Welcome to NAROJ Masters Academy, 6th class General Science, Chapter 3, Rain, where does it come from? Look at here. How do empty wells, ponds and rivers fill up? Think and answer. You have 20 seconds of time. Now your time is up. Look at here. Rain fills up the empty water sources such as wells, ponds and rivers. These wells, ponds and rivers filled up by the rains. Now look here. Is it likely to rain? How can you predict when it will rain? If the sky is cloudy, then there is a possibility of rain. What is rain? Rain is a common phenomena like air and sunlight. Generally, we get more rains in rainy seasons. Our general observation is that if the sky is cloudy, then there is a possibility of rain. The chapter overview, look at here. Rain, where does it come from? Is the third chapter of the Telangana CRT science textbook. In this chapter, we will study the forms of water, the water cycle, and rainwater harvesting. In this class, we will study about forms of water, evaporation, and condensation. Look at the forms of water. Water. We know that water is one of the most important resources on the earth. All plants have, animals must have the water to survive. Your plants and animals, not only plants and animals, human beings also must have water to survive here. Think, what do you see on the screen here? You can see the water in the form of solid, water in the form of liquid, water in the form of water vapor. But here, these are different forms of water here. That is solid, ice, liquid, water, and gas, that is water vapor. Have you ever seen water splattered on the floor vanish? Where does it go? Yeah, water splattered on the floor disappears after some time due to evaporation. Physical states of water. Here, physical state of water are three states are there. What are those? Ice is in the form of solid, water is in the form of liquid, and water vapor in the form of gas states. So physical states of water are three states. Water exists in the three physical states. Those are solid, that is ice, liquid, that is water, and gas, that is water vapor. Water in solid state. Water is present in the form of ice as ice caps, the poles of the earth, snow-covered mountains, and glaciers. Water in liquid state. Water is present in the form of liquid in rivers, lakes, ponds, seas, and oceans. Water in gaseous state. Water is present in the form of water vapor in the air. Interconversion of physical states of water. Look at here. This is solid state of water, that is ice cube. By heating this ice cube, it will turns into water that is in the liquid state. So solid state to liquid state, to convert this from this state to this state, simply by heating process, we can convert from solid to liquid. Again, from water that is in the liquid state, if you heat this, it will turns into gaseous state, that is water vapor. Now the reverse cycle. If you cool this water vapor that is in the state of gas, it will become in the water that is liquid state. If you cool it again, it will form the solid substance that is ice cube. The physical state of water can be converted from one form to another by heating and cooling. Now look at here, melting, the process through which a solid changes to liquid is called as melting. Here, the solid substance that is ice cube is heated and turns into liquid. So melting of ice to water, that is the melting process. So when ice is heated, it changes its form from solid to liquid. Freezing. The process through which a liquid changes into a solid is called freezing. Here, freezing, if you cool the water at 0 degrees Celsius, it changes from liquid state to solid state. Now, evaporation, the process through which a liquid changes into a gas is known as evaporation. When water is heated, it changes its from liquids to gaseous state, that is water vapor. Water absorbed by a wet cloth evaporates. Water absorbed by a wet cloth evaporates into the atmosphere due to the heat of sun. Think, on which day will the cloths dry faster? Either on sunny day or on cloudy day. On sunny day, we can see that the evaporation of water due to heat of sun. And here on cloudy day, there is no sun, there is no heat to the wet cloths. So here your answer should be sunny day. The cloths will dry faster on sunny day because the water absorbed by the wet cloths will evaporate faster due to the heat of the sun. Condensation, the process through which a gas changes into a liquid is known as condensation. Here gas can turn into liquid. So that is the formation of, that is the condensation process. Here formation of dewdrops on the leaves and grass in winter. Here droplets of water on the glass. When water vapor cools down, it changes its form from gas, that is water vapor, to liquid, that is water. How do you think evaporation and condensation helps in the formation of clouds? Look at here. The water vapor rises up to a certain height, then at a certain altitude, it cools down and condenses to form tiny droplets of water, which collect to form clouds that float in the air. Role of evaporation in the formation of clouds. The water in rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. is evaporated due to the sun's heat and it converts into water vapor. Role of condensation in the formation of clouds. Look at here, the water which is evaporating, so this is water vapor and it will cool down and it will form tiny water droplets. Cooling of water vapor. When it is reaches a certain height, it gets cooled down, and it forms tiny water droplets. The water vapor rises up in the air, cools down, and condenses back to the form to form tiny droplets of water. Role of condensation in the formation of clouds. These water droplets collect to form clouds that float in the air. Let's summarize what we have discussed. The physical states of water can be converted into one another by heating and cooling. Here melting that happens in when solid to liquid, and freezing happens when water to solid, that is liquid to solid state. And evaporation happens when liquid state to gaseous state by heating, and condensation process happens when by cooling gases to form liquid here. The process through which a liquid changes into gas is known as evaporation. Liquid changes to gas is known as evaporation. The process through which a gas changes into liquid is known as condensation. Condensation means the gas which turns to liquid. The process in which gas changes into liquid is known as condensation. Now look at here, the formation of clouds. Here the water vapors, water molecules escape from the water surface, that is water vapor, and it cools down and it forms clouds. Water vapor rises up to a certain height, then at a certain height altitude, it cools down and condenses to form tiny droplets of water, which collects to form the clouds that float in the air. Thank you. Thank you for watching NAROJ Masters Academy. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, and support to my channel.